It is 6:30. I'll call this meeting of the Village Board Planning Board to order. The first item on the agenda is an application from the Homer Elks Club, represented by Jelena Barnes, for a food truck permit in an industrial zone. Homer Elks Club. You got a application, and it needs the short form part one to be completed, but we can proceed without it at this point. As soon as Julian gets it, we can approve it if we decide to do it contingent on that being acceptable. It did not go to county planning, and that is Julian here. Nobody else here. Okay. The narrative it all had. They're open. In fact, they're open Mondays from
5:30 to
5:30 to 8. So anybody have any questions? Discussion on the board?
The little diagram is a little misleading. What's it gonna be on north side of the building?
Then it's in the parking lot toward,
North side of the building,
yes, like toward 81.
No, the
That's
south
what
side.
81 is.
so it's toward 81.
Yeah, on the edge of the parking lot.
Yeah, it's at the south side of the building. South end of the east end of the building, but the south end of the parking lot.
I'm fine with going with a food truck. They serve food there.
Well,
They're
apparently,
going with the food truck because they don't have the crews for wings on Monday night.
People,
This is just for the summer because they have cornhole league inside the building. So that's why. And on that note, I can recuse myself from this. My husband is part of this, so
no,
not of the food truck, but of the
I
ones.
didn't ask a question.
Okay. Well, I don't want anyone to think I'm being.
Just wanted.
anything
no,
crazy.
you got information that we need to
Okay.
know. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anybody have any other questions regarding this? Brad, do we need a short form?
Look, and no, I'm not even been here a month, back at it a little bit here, but I think whether they need one or not, I think if we're requiring other applicants to get the seeker done, then, and I understand they're a fraternal organization, I understand it's not their jobs, but at the end of the day, I do think, until I can get myself a little bit more acclimated again with everything, I do think that they need to fill it out to make the application complete. And again, I know I'm probably going to get some pushback from the Elks, and they may very well be right. All I'm saying is it appears to me we require everyone else, whether it's needed or not, to fill out a seeker. So then I think in the sense of fairness that we should require them. However, you can't, they're supposed to fill out the part one, you handle the part two.
Right.
The other thing is, obviously, they have to have a health department permit, which I'm assuming they know that. But I do think you can try to approve it. And that's another thing. I think the other thing that we need to start having here is if they have something on the agenda, this, the purpose of having this for a site plan review is for this board to be able to ask questions of an applicant. So I think an applicant or a representative of the applicant needs to be here. That's the whole essence of a site plan review, is for the planning board to be able to ask questions of an applicant, and the applicant, if they don't understand certain things, to ask questions of the board. And we don't have a representative here from the Elks. Because that could have taken care of this real quick, because all they had to do was fill out a very easy part one.
Right.
So a very long answer to your question is, you know, of course, if we don't, this is what I don't like doing, because if we don't at least contingently approve it, a whole month's gonna go, and I guess they do this for the summer, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then you wonder why I tried to get out of this stuff.
So it says June 12th,
They actually,
beginning June 12th and ending in September, so obviously they wanted to start a while ago.
I hope it didn't begin. This is what my feeling is. You wanna pass it contingent upon, although you gotta fill out the part two, and I don't know how you can fill out the part two if you haven't seen them do the part one. Do this, consider it contingent upon, and maybe we'd have to just have like I don't know, you do special meetings here and things like that.
We can do special meetings, but I think maybe do it contingent upon the clerk securing the short form for the board, or at least the board chairman, to take a look at it, on which they can complete the application.
Yeah, I
At the
think
end.
you can approve it contingent upon them getting a seeker here quickly. I'm just gonna say this, the applications need to be complete, and I think applicants have to have a representative here from now on. And that's how that's gonna work, at least while I'm here.
I kind of think that's a good idea. That way it's not putting you in a spot.
You know, and I don't want to put any board member in a spot, it's gonna be on me. So, look, at the end of the day, my understanding, I talked with Kevin McMahon about this morning, is that it's off to the side of the parking lot. There isn't Kevin told me there's no traffic flow problems. There isn't an issue. I can't imagine there's an environmental issue to a food truck. So that's why, I mean, if we're talking like a new building over some oil tanks, I'd be a little concerned. But let's just say at this point, if the board wants to pass it, it has to be subject to them getting in a part one of the seeker. And at least my legal advice to you is that they have to have a valid county health department permit to serve food and beverages.
And it does say on the one thing that,
Yeah,
that
there's
the
one
Smash
thing in there
607 has their health permit.
the food truck has it from that.
And
That's
then that's taking care of that condition.
Right. And I'm not sure the exact what happened, but it's possible that they were not given the the part one to fill out.
I don't think
Okay.
so. I
Well,
don't think that
we'll
they.
get that corrected.
So, all right.
And again, Don, what I'm just saying too, they may very well not need to do the seeker
Right.
by the seeker law. All I'm trying to do is everything I've been seeing so far, I've only been here now 27 days, is that we're requiring everybody to do a seeker until we decide maybe to change that rule, then everybody's got to do a seeker.
Yeah, I'm not sure that we do require everybody, although, without going back and looking.
Well, I'm going to find that out. Okay, I'll find that out.
All right.
Say on the whole, yes.
Huh?
On the whole, yes.
On the whole, that's what I thought. I'll find that out. I just want to be fair.
But it may be overkill.
Yep.
Okay. So, we don't really, we can't really do anything on the short form.
No, because you can't go to part two and ultimately part three until you see part one.
Right.
So I think you could pass it contingently upon them getting in a seeker.
Right.
And then if I find out that the seeker isn't required, then we can just waive it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. No, I'd entertain a motion to approve contingent on seeker being submitted unless the village attorney determines that it's not going to be necessary. And I think we need to put the time limitations on it that they've asked for through the month of September and 5:30 to 8 p.m.
Yeah, it's 5:38.
That's part of their application.
Yeah,
Okay. Someone,
I'll go with the motion.
Mike, Ashley second. Any other discussion? Motion made and seconded, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed?
I just abstained. Is
Well,
that better? I don't want to restart anything.
Okay,
So,
Jessica,
Paula,
Paula,
it's okay.
staying, okay.
Don, did you hear my vote?
I got you, Mike. We got two,
Yeah, good.
Ashley and me. Okay. Approved. Contention. Thank you. Next on the agenda is application by Nathaniel McDaniel.
It's actually Matthew McDaniel.
Matthew.
I have horrific handwriting, so I probably look weird.
Okay, Matthew.
It's fine.
All right.
Yes. I've been called worse.
For a tattoo shop in the Central Business District. That's my first sheet here. 19 South Main Street. And site plan review and code reference is section 228-4 of the village code. And the applicant is renting John Miller. We have a draft from county planning. And they are saying that there's no county impact. You want to, you don't have that, that's just in today. So if you want to see that,
Everybody has one.
or what do you have in today? So, the applicant, Matthew, if you would like to add to what your narrative was, that's what you plan to do here.
So yeah, we are planning to open a tattoo shop. We've actually already been in business for a little over 2 years now. Previously, we were renting was a private studio on Main Street in Portland. But in the 2 years since we opened, our business has doubled. We now have more artists and we need more space, and we've always wanted to have a street level location. So when the opportunity to rent the location on 19 South came up, we jumped at it. This is my business partner, Evan Lewis. He's really co-owners. We have both always loved Homer and the village of Homer.
I grew up here.
Yeah, he grew up here.
My mom's apartment was right above the IGA, and I'm Kevin and Debbie since I was 14.
Yeah, when I moved to the area 8 years ago, the first time I went to Lucky Kitchen, I just absolutely fell in love with the Homer Village, and I was like, this is where I want to open my tattoo shop and just be. The idea of being part of a community kind of like really appealed to us, and you know, like where I grew up was very similar to Homer in that there was like a main street and all the houses and towns around it, and there was always like events and stuff going on the main street, and the tattoo shop that I learned how to tattoo at was at that main street, and it was just kind of like this hub of culture and creativity amidst all these, you know, other businesses. So the idea of being able to like, you know, walk down the street and know all the other business owners just kind of always really appealed to both of us. So
One of the big reasons why we were looking for a street level location also is our lease at the bank where we were set up as a private studio, so we were not allowed to do walk-ins. There was no foot traffic. There
Appointment
was,
only.
it was strictly appointment only, and that really shut down a lot of the things that we like to do, like flash days, and we used to do a lot of fundraisers as well. So every year in September, we do a breast cancer fundraiser at the shop I worked at in Cicero. And then we would do a Alzheimer's
Yeah,
one.
in
which
October,
is-
we did, the shop I worked at in Syracuse, we did an Alzheimer's benefit in October.
My mom has Alzheimer's dementia. She's in the Brewster House.
So that's actually
one
something
that,
that we want to bring back as soon as we
I
can.
would like to do again.
Also the autism one.
Yeah,
We did one for the Racker Center a few years ago.
Yeah.
Um,
so being able to kind of give back through the tattoo shop is something we really want to do. We couldn't do that in our previous location.
Where was your previous location?
It was,
the
the,
Portland Savings Bank building on North Main Street.
yeah,
We
we
were
were
on
on
the fourth floor there. So.
Got down here hours of operation, 11 AM to 5 PM.
Yep.
7 days a week, 5 days a week,
5 days a week, Tuesday through Saturday.
Tuesday through Saturday.
Anybody else, any questions? Michael, any questions?
Nope. Yeah, no.
Mike? Pollock?
Okay, hey,
No.
I'll be back,
Wait,
back on.
You have any questions, Mike?
to unmute myself.
Push it back on.
Technology.
It keeps muting.
On with Zoom. While we're waiting for Mike on, I talked with Kevin McBean and tried to stay in contact with Kevin. This is in, you might want to correct me, I believe it's in the central business district, which made this, an allowed use subject to site plan review. And, obviously that's why the applicant's here tonight. And Kevin indicated to me if the board did approve, that I think the only thing that's required left is that they gotta contact Kevin, or I don't even know Adam's last name,
Brown.
Brown, to do that fire inspection. That's the only thing before they can open, they gotta get the fire inspection done, which is standard. But,
Yeah, we're working toward that.
that's what Kevin told me today, of course. Kevin was out a little bit in the early part of June, now he's back.
Right.
But that's what he indicated to me, just so the board knows as we're waiting for it, and lights back on. What I tried to do when I was doing this in the past is try to, before each meeting, certainly we'll talk to you if we need to talk, but try to touch base with the code enforcement officer just to make sure where he or she is at on that particular application. But Kevin told me, that's what was needed, which is standard.
Right.
Okay.
Mike? Did you have something?
Hi. No, I was listening intently. I don't have any questions, though.
Okay. Okay, this is an unlisted action. Correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so, and the, part one has been filled out by the applicant for the secret form. We have to declare ourselves the lead agency on this.
Yeah, because I don't think it's gonna be anyone else, so you can sort of resolve
Okay.
it yourself as
Okay,
lead agency, excuse me.
okay. We have a motion to declare ourselves the lead agency.
Yeah.
Mike?
I'll
Paul,
second. Or whatever. What's the-
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Mike. Okay, so now we need a declaration of an unlisted action. Motion for that, please.
A motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Got a lag time there, Mike.
I'm
Okay,
sorry about that.
that's all right. We understand. We have to now complete the part two. Short environmental form. I'll read through it. Answers will be either no or a small impact or a moderate to large impact may occur. Question number one. Will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulations? No or small, moderate to large? No or small?
No,
No,
Will the proposed action result in a change in the use or intensity of use of land?
no,
Will
no,
the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community?
Yeah.
no,
I say yes.
It's. I get that.
In what ways?
Yeah.
Well, at this point, the board just makes the determination.
Right.
From the gentleman that says no,
Okay.
one Mike said, he said yes, but Mike said no, it's with the other three, so if you wanted to say.
Ashley,
Say it one more time.
yeah,
will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community? No or small impact, moderate to large impact?
say no.
No.
No or small,
No,
no or a small impact.
right.
Paula, no or small?
No,
I'm still yes.
You still, okay, well. 4 out of 5 say no.
Move on.
Will the proposed action have an impact on the environmental characteristics? Cause the establishment? No. Critical environment. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway?
no,
Yes.
no,
I'm a yes.
Okay, you say moderate to large impact. Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? Smaller.
no,
no,
No.
Will the proposed action impact existing public or private water supplies?
no,
No.
We don't know that.
no,
I say yes.
Okay. Public or private wastewater treatment utilities?
Same, yes.
no,
no,
I don't think so.
Okay. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources? Small or no?
I say small.
no,
Yes.
Uh, Okay. And number 9, will a proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources? Namely wetlands, water.
No,
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 Will a proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems?
no,
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 Will a proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health?
no.
no,
we don't know that, yes.
Uh, we don't have any. I would entertain a motion to declare a negative declaration since the majority of the responses were no or small impact.
I'll motion.
I so move.
Mike?
I'll second Mike.
Mike. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Ashley?
Aye,
Yes.
What was the vote, 5-0 or 4-1?
5-0.
Okay.
And I need a now an emotion to approve the site plan. Yes,
I'll make a motion to approve it.
actually,
I'll second.
Paula. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
aye,
No,
Okay. Approval 4-1. Passed. No, that is with the caveat that the attorney brought out that you have to have the fire inspection, just acknowledging that.
Yeah, we've been actively working on that with our landlord.
Okay. I believe that completes our activities here for the evening. Thank you, folks, for.
Thank you for your
I
time.
mean, do you guys have any questions for us? I mean,
We're more than happy.
we're more than happy to answer any questions you may have or concerns or.
So you know, we're all trained.
Yeah,
for pathogens.
I understand where any concerns will come from with like.
Obviously, I'm not crazy about the
Yeah.
tattoo shop.
Not everybody
But,
does.
I mean, I'm entitled.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, did you have any questions or concerns?
I have no tattoos and I don't want none, so.
That's right.
Yeah, we're not gonna hold you down. But yeah, if you have any questions about anything.
I'm outside. I asked you what I.
Again, as part of this whole thing, the approval is based on your Tuesday through Saturday, 11 and 5.
Mhm.
Just to reiterate that.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Actually,
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Trevor.
you got it.
Good
Thank
luck.
you. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
It'll be good. Everybody has them nowadays.
Oh, I know.
I don't like tattoos.
My sister's got one, my
Yeah.
brother's got some. I get it,
Yeah.
but I just don't think it should be on Main Street. That's
Yeah,
my.
yeah, no, that's cool, that's cool.
Shop has a very apt name, mostly harmless.
Yes, and maybe they'll come shopping after.
You know, that's
I
rundown.
think, you know, when I first heard about it, it's an allowed use.
Right,
It's an allowed use,
Yeah.
subject to site plan review.
there was one in my mom's building before she owned it
Oh,
for years, remember, it's an apartment now. It's on the David Harum,
Oh, yeah, I guess.
that wonderful guy,
What the guys.
Dr. whatever. He was there for years. But I, remember when my mom didn't write to him.
He became a bail bondsman. What was his name?
I can't think of his name, but he was there for years, long, they had long career.
Okay.
It was kind of on the, it was that.
Doug Moss.
Yes,
Doug
Was
Moss.
it Dougie that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Doug Moss.
for years.
He did that, and at the same time, I remember when I was the judge over in Porterville, he was a bail bondsman. I always used to see him when he was
Yeah.
posting bond for some defendants. And yeah, he was there right over
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
He was up on,
Right at the end of my mom's, in the
Yes.
David Harris, the one where it's like the gray brick.
yeah,
Yeah, that was a tattoo shop for, maybe she did own the building. But
on Wall Street.
yes, it
Mhm.
was like the first floor.
You need a motion to adjourn?
You gotta approve your minutes
Oh, sorry.
We don't have any minutes yet.
from April 25th,
Apologies for the
or
minutes.
you don't have them.
We don't have them, but next session, those minutes and these. minutes.
And for a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
I'll second it. Okay,
Third
third.
it. Fourth it.
You ever-